The other day, the guys out of LA Times made a made a small video and they mentioned me, right? I got no problem with that, brother. They mentioned me and they said that some people were going back and forth over there saying that I was talking shit about their fight and this and that. And Paul said he came over and looked and he said, I didn't see anything. I said what I said and I told him why I'm not involved. I wish them all the best of luck and everything else, but I'm not into it. Right. Yeah. But then I heard the homie trucker over there say a certain thing, and I want to address it and explain to him why, right? And he may have not been towards me, or maybe towards me, I don't know, but they were saying something about why. He didn't say my name specifically, but they were talking about me, right? It was the quote, the thing was AC and beefing. I never had beef with any of those guys, and I still don't, dude. To me, it's all love, homie. But they made a thing about saying why certain people say where they're from and what do they call them as far as neighborhoods go, right?
Yeah.
And this is what a lot of people may not know and need to understand. American Cholo was the very first gang member out of California to make a YouTube channel the way I did or come out and speak the way I did against gangs. I did the first interview I ever did was with Big Herc.
Yeah.
Maybe like 4 years ago or something like that, right? Yeah. I said where I was from. I said what they call me. Yeah. And the reason I say or would say when I first came out that I'm from North Hollywood boys, they called me stranger. I still don't hide from that, brother. The reason I don't hide from that is because when I made this YouTube platform, how was I going to come out and be against gangs and talk all this shit? Because what does Raza do? Who's that vato?
Yeah, of course. We always put each other down.
This guy. Well, you know who that vato is? That vato's stranger from our Hollywood boys. Go do your make, homie.
Yeah.
Go run your make. Go see who he is.
Yeah.
I had guys hit me up. Fool, I know all kind of your homies. Whoa. You
That's
think?
good.
Yeah. I said, well, you know all my homies?
Yeah.
Hit them up.
Yeah.
And see what they tell you about me.
Exactly.
So when I made this thing, I was the pioneer at this shit. And I knew there was going to be all kind of people coming all kind of sideways at me this way, that way. And if I were to say, and people were to ask me, well, who are you? What do they call you? Oh, I don't say that.
I've never heard you not say it.
No, I'm saying, but if I would have started my channel and people would have said,
yeah, and you would have never expressed yourself.
They would have told me to go fuck myself, homie. They would have told me to go fuck myself because on the streets, that's how we run your make, homie.
Yeah.
That's how you know who you are.
Yep.
So the reason I say where I'm from and what they called me.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to run a make on you, they know exactly where to go.
And they know what I'm talking about is the truth. I'm not some wankster playing the part saying I'm this and that, but then they ask you, hey, so who they call you? Where you from? Oh, I don't talk about that. Not that people that say that all wanksters, but when you're starting a channel like this and you're speaking against gangs and you're speaking against that, it would be like somebody saying, oh, I'm for the vets. We had a horrible thing in Afghanistan.
Yeah, but you never went.
In what? Yeah. What platoon were you in Afghanistan? I don't know. I don't talk about that. No. Wait a minute, dude. You can't sit there and talk about gangs without saying where you at, where you're from. Yeah. You can't sit there and talk about like the war and then say, well, what war were you in? What battalion were you in? I don't talk about that. No. It don't work that way, brother.
It doesn't.
It don't work that way. So when I say all this stuff, I say it for a reason, player. That's what it is, man. And that's the only reason because I heard it and that's what it is, man. That it makes sense. I think it does. I mean, and some people may not think, oh, I ain't glamorizing this shit, man. Since day one, you listen to every single one of my interviews since day one. My message has never changed, players. That's right. My message. So to those guys, listen, homie. It's all love. You guys do what you do, player. Ain't no hate over here. Ain't no beef over here. I say what I say because, hey, homie, I am who I am. I don't hide from anybody. Yes, I'm very opinionated, Paul.
Hey, shout out to LA Times, man.
Yeah.
Paul and Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really good show. They do their thing, and if you're not subscribed to them, go check them out. It's LA Times with a Z on YouTube.
The first thing is people are intimidated by it. And they don't want to deal with it. But kind of rightfully so. If you're going to a job and you're a superintendent, you don't want to deal with this fucking knucklehead giving you an attitude he just got hired on. But to me, it's more of giving back. I feel like I sucked up so much from my community and took so much from it that I'm trying to at least give some back, give some forward. Every guy that I got working is one of those guys out there getting shot or shooting somebody.
Wow.
That's one of those guys out there right on the wall. That's one of those guys going to rob your mom. That's one of those guys, but it goes on, and hopefully they can convey that same message to their kids, and slowly but surely, you try to get your neighborhood back in the right way. People say all day long, I love my hood, I love my neighborhood, but they're destroying it. I love my hood, I love my neighborhood. And I'm talking about North Hollywood, I'm not talking about the gang, I'm just talking about the city. I've never left. If I didn't give a shit about my city, I would have been gone. So I'm trying to give back by helping them give back, and eventually, hopefully, we can actually make a difference out of it.
And what would you tell like some of these youngsters out there that have the attitude like, I don't give a fuck, or I'm about this? Because I mean, a lot of guys, when we were young, used to hear stuff, and now that I think back, I remember those conversations, but I'm like, damn, what could I have said or heard differently at that time that would have changed my mind?
It's kind of tough to get at those guys because they're already sucked up in the game so deep. The ones I can talk to right now would be guys that are about to join or thinking about joining the gang, and the guys who are coming out of that fucking ride and coming out of prison at the back
Looking
door.
for an exit.
Looking for an exit. These guys are in there. It's a little bit tougher to get at them because right now you're just an old motherfucker that don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't know shit. Or they're just in the ride and they're just not. I don't give a fuck. And I get that. But what I would say is to anybody who hasn't joined the gang, don't do it. It's I rode the whole ride, brother.
Yeah.
On that back side, it's just a cliff. It's like me. I fell on that cliff and I'm coming up. I'm bruised up. And I'm telling that youngster, "Hey, dude, don't go down that fucking door. You're gonna fall on the cliff."
Yeah.
And they keep on going in it.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part of that, I want to say, it's a lot to do with self-esteem. It's a lot to do with you ain't shit. You're dumb. I heard it all when I was a kid too. And I'll say straight up, I think my self-esteem was fucked up because if I'm willing to die for my neighborhood, it's not even an investment. That investment don't give you shit back.
Don't own shit in the community.
Nothing. But to the youngsters who haven't joined, join the Marines, dude. Join the service. At least they got a dental plan. You want to shoot somebody? You want to go gun ho the right way? Join the fucking Marines.
Yeah.
They'll give you a strap. They'll give you insurance. They'll give you dental. If you die, they're going to get some of your parents. You die in the hood, you get a little beer thrown down, and you keep it pushing.